Hi, I'm Shawnee Flowers from Monsters and Critics here with 90 Day The Single Life's Ruben the Cuban. It's been a wild ride for Ruben, and he's here to answer some questions and clear the air a little bit. Hey, Ruben, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Shawnee. Thank you very much for asking.
It's great to talk to you. So since the show ended, things with Miss Debbie, have gone downhill very, very fast and definitely taken a turn for the worse. I just wanted to ask you about when the bad blood started. Like at the tell-all, y'all seem to be getting along just fine. When did this all start?
Well, the tell-all was filmed, a while back. This started when I opened up a GoFundMe page for a friend of mine who was in the hospital. I hadn't seen him in a long time because he lives basically 3 hours away. He's 73 years old, no family, no kids. So I went to see him, and then I noticed the deplorable condition of his house, his roof, and so forth. And I said, "Oh my God, I got to do something because it's getting rained on every day and bugs. I mean, the holes on the roof are the size of cow. You can go through. I mean, they're over 4-foot holes." So I put that GoFundMe page, and then right after that, she started attacking me regarding the GoFundMe page, calling me a scammer, con artist, sketchy. I mean, I got all the quotes I sent to you, so you have them documented from her page, which, and I waited for about a week to see if, what would happen. I also waited and gave TLC and Sharp Entertainment the courtesy for the final tell-all to be finished before defending myself. And then, of course, I went, and unfortunately, I had to embarrass my friend to go into his house and take the video that I put on TikTok and put on Instagram, which showed how a horrible condition, unfortunately. So I didn't want to have to embarrass him, but due to the circumstances, I had to explain it to him what was going on. And he's very private, but he relinquished because he knew what I told him. And I showed him some of the comments that were posted by Mr. Guerrero and so forth. So he said, "Okay, film the house. I just don't want to be seen or anything like that." So I've never used his name or anything like that.
Right, that's understandable, not wanting to be put out there. He didn't sign up for reality TV. Can you give us an update on the friend and how much have you helped him at this point? I know that you had posted a video of an RV that you brought him to live in.
Yeah, I went and bought him a 16-foot camper, or at least it has a bed, it has a little kitchen, bathroom, and everything in there, so he could put next to his house and use. I told him, "Please don't bring anything from your house in there because everything is full of mold and stuff, and I don't want you to contaminate it." Unfortunately, I have no control over that because, like I said, he's 3 hours away, so I can't check in on him. But I didn't get any real donations, very little. So I just went and broke out my saving and purchased it just to make sure that he wouldn't be sleeping in the rain, because the showers are starting in Florida now every day, pretty much.
So you helped him with your own money then? This wasn't even...
Yeah, this is all my money. Mm-hmm.
What was the total that the GoFundMe did bring in?
I think somebody has been donating. Some lady actually donated the other day like $1,000. So I think I haven't checked it, but I think it maybe with 1,300 or 1,400 or something like that. Okay. So, I haven't really been checking it at all. I haven't even posted it again about it. Haven't even asked people about it because I don't want to seem desperate and asking for money like other people do on a daily basis for their charities or so forth.
Right. And, especially given the circumstances, I can see why. Mm-hmm. So can you tell me about the nature of your relationship? How did you meet Debbie? I've seen the screenshot of the dating site. And I guess my question for you is, when you met her, was it ever intended to be romantic, or was this always with the intent of she needed basically a TV star?
Well, that's basically the intent. I'll start from the beginning. So you asked, how did I meet her? I spent pretty much all of 23 in the hospital, in and out with chemo and so forth with my mom. My mom had pancreatic cancer. My mom was sick for a couple of years, but the last 23, she got pancreatic cancer, which pretty much did her in by November. And she passed away in November, right before the holidays. So I was in the hospital, at night, 24/7, pretty much every day. And I was bored to death. So I said, well, let me go on a dating app or something to entertain myself. And that's how I saw her picture. It was somebody that quoted that it was 57, my age, and so forth. So, and she wasn't international. She was within the U.S. I said, oh, let me say hi, and just speaking with her, once or twice. But then she came, and I didn't really feel any kind of connection at that point anymore. I mean, kind of stagnant. But she came back saying, I'm a reality TV star. I'm like, okay, I don't watch those shows anyway, but okay. I need someone, presentable, either you or someone else, because there's a lot of, scammers or whatever I think she said. And I need somebody presentable and, that would help me, because I need to continue with my 15 minutes of fame and, to gather money for my project, this art studio and animal sanctuary. So then I didn't know anything about her, to be honest, and I took those shots of my my computer screen, which is what those are, and sent them to some of my friends to say, hey, do you know this? Female friends, they go, do you know this show? I mean, this lady, she didn't say where she was from, what kind of reality TV. So, and my friend said, oh yeah, I know who she is. She was on the show. It's about people that meet love interests across the country. Said, well, but I'm not I'm outside the country. I'm not outside the country. I'm an American citizen. Because, but then later on, I guess she said it was for a show that was going to be like a single show, dating. So she asked me to help her, because she needed to, like I said, to continue her fame, to try to continue with her fundraising efforts for her dream animal art studio scenario. And it was kind of weird, because she even offered me her producer as an enticement. Hey, my producer's young and pretty. After we're done, I'll introduce you to her. So, because like I said, we really didn't have anything, and then when I found out she was actually, older, whatever, I'm like, no, I'm not interested. Never was in a romantic way. I mean, it was, like I said, more like a hello, and then a month later she comes back and say, hey, can you do this? And I spoke with my friend, and she said, oh, it'll be good for you. You're helping a charity, or I thought I was helping a good charity at the time, so that's kind of why I did it, not because I wanted any 15 minutes of fame. I didn't seek any of that.
That's exactly what I was just going to ask you. So this was all to help her with her charity in the first place, and not because you wanted to be famous Ruben the Cuban, which, I mean, honestly, you've been pretty beloved all season long. So this campaign to turn against you it's been a little bit different. I'm going to read you some of the text message, or not the text message, rather the comments that have been posted by various of her accounts in response to your breakup, your GoFundMe, and just the things that have been said in the time since the tell-all has aired. Well, while the tell-all was airing, really. So first comment says, this man is very untrustworthy and seems to be all about basking in his 5 minutes of fame. My son found out some other salacious info on him, which I'm not at liberty to say. I believe y'all should hear it from me before he scams other people. First question is, what salacious info is she talking about?
Well, she says there, let me hear it so you can hear it from me. Well, when has she ever spoken about it? Because there is none. What the public doesn't know is I was married to state attorney, for many years, for 17 years. So my life is squeaky clean. And if you go back to the screenshots, he goes, I need someone presentable. So apparently I was very presentable when you needed me, and then you decided to start with these allegations. But the fact is that I'm still squeaky clean. I don't have an arrest record. Never been arrested. Speeding ticket's the only thing I've ever gotten in my life. But you know what? She has been arrested for business practices. So, that's kind of, deflect, because when the heat's on you, you kind of start doing those things. And I've never made any comments publicly about her as a person or her demeanor or anything else. In fact, I've used, In Touch Weekly and other publications, Monsters and Critics, and just put those on my website. And of course, she uses that as saying that's hate, but just what's been published. I've never commented about her directly. I rather let the legal system and depositions and discovery handle those when she sits in front of my attorneys and has to answer these questions under the threat of perjury.
So let me read you another one. It says, he's not a stand-up guy. Found out lots of dirt on him since the tell-all. Please beware of this guy and his intentions. He's out for himself only. A wolf in colorful clothing.
Again, where's the proof? What salacious things? You don't say anything. You just throw accusations and bombs, and that's it. You don't follow it up with anything. That's her modus of operandi, MOD. That's all she has. She has nothing else. And again, I don't comment back because, like I said, I'll leave it to depositions where she's going to have to prove that. And whatever she said that Julian has, who's a law enforcement officer, she's dragged him into it. Then he'll have to go under deposition as well, because apparently he has something that's salacious. So either put it up or shut up and apologize. But no matter what, the truth comes out at the end, and that's what I'm hoping for, to clear my name, because like I said, I have a crystal clean record.
I mean, and it's definitely going to come out. It should be very interesting. So another comment that she wrote was, Ruben has been it should have said been up to a lot of stuff since the tell-all, and it's not staged, but Ruben has a hidden agenda, and I found out that he's in it for the bucks and the attention. Have you made any bucks since your reality?
What have I made? What have I made? Nothing. I'm not even a regular cast member. I signed on for, if I tell you the money, you would laugh because it's under $1,000. So, what bucks? I didn't need this. I didn't seek it. I didn't ask for the 15 minutes of fame. She asked that, and it was clearly written in her screenshot that I had taken from my computer back in the day, that she wants her 15 minutes of fame. She's the one who asks on a daily basis, give me money for my charity, please give me money to help people with mental health issue, with bashing and bullying. Well, if you're going to talk the talk, you better walk the walk. And she does.
I've got another one.
One day she says one thing, the next day she beats somebody up, whether it's other cast members, which is against a TLC contract to begin with. But I guess those contracts don't matter.
So it's safe to say that you guys aren't supposed to badmouth each other on social media per the
that's what I under the impression with my non-disclosure, where it says all released parties should not be commenting about, and she's an on-air released party. So yes.
Okay, I have another one to read you in that same note. He sucks up to many of the 90-day folks. Now he started a very sketchy GoFundMe account asking for $100,000 for a friend with sepsis, ? Strange how the account is in Ruben's name. I'll stop there. It's a lengthy quote, which we'll show, but which 90-day cast members are you sucking up to, Ruben?
I'm not sucking up to anybody. I'm a friendly person. I speak to other cast members and get their perspectives. Recently Jovi was in town, so I took him to my favorite Cuban place. I met Riley and Andre in Tampa when I was over there with my sister, and they were there as well. So I'm just a friendly person. I had plans before all this. I had made those Miss Debbie and Julian doll, and I even had bought some clothes for Juliet. He offered me a ride along, and I had some clothes, and we were going to dress up as twins. Before she went off the rails with these allegations and so forth, which, a lot of people said, what, you were duped, you were just used to, and then be dispensed of once the tell-all is done, because, this way, if she wants to come back as a victim, and next year in the civil life or whatever, that gives her an opening. And you know what? I could care less about television or being on there. Wasn't interested in the first place to begin with. So, it's no skin off my head. Whether I'm on TV or not, I don't care.
So then as far as like the spending time with 90 Day cast members, a lot of cast members spend time together, they bond, they become friends. I mean, we see them go live on social media. What you're doing is no different than what other 90 Day cast members or even reality TV stars in general have done, right? Like,
correct.
okay. As far as, yeah, and you said that you and Julian even had a decent relationship. He was going to do the ride along and y'all were going to dress together and everything. So this has all really just gone south really since the tell-all started airing, about that time. Is that right?
Well, the as soon as the tell-all was, I don't know if I can talk about
I know the tell-all went on forever and ever.
Yeah, but things are filmed. They're not filmed live, so they're filmed several months, in advance. So, but tell-all was out in the airways when the GoFundMe was put in. So basically, tell-all number 4 around there, and it went to 5. So that week of between 4 and 5, I think that's where she went, ballistic on my GoFundMe page. And again, you ask why? Why could it be? Because maybe some people would see the need to help this person and divert funds to that cause, which takes away from your efforts to raise money for your art studio and animal sanctuary, which might be a worthy cause, but not having a roof and being 73 years old and on the verge of being homeless, I think is a little more important in the hierarchy of need. And so she attacks me, and then I had to go, embarrass my friend, which I didn't want to. But to clear the fact that, I am clean, I am not a fraud or anything else, and all the hellacious and defamation slander that she accused me of with no proof, which if she could have asked, I would have gladly shown her the conditions. In fact, I even offered Julian, and I have the Texas, to come on down and verify it for yourself. And even on social media, I said, GoFundMe can come verify. I don't have a problem with anybody verifying any legal authority, because it's a fact. It's a need. I wouldn't ask for something for someone if I didn't see that there was a true need.
Yeah, you do seem to be very helpful in, with your friends and your friendships. I've definitely seen the videos that you're posting of, taking the trailer to your friend, and they've got another friend you've been helping out. This seems to be in your nature.
I've been doing that all my life. I mean, especially the elderly, because, my dad lives on $1,089 on Social Security. And again, people say, "Whoa, you live off your mom and dad." Well, my mom and dad don't speak English. My mom and dad worked in factories and never made more than $20,000 a year. And I was a VP of sales, an executive position with multiple 6 figures. So who do you think can support who? My dad lives on $1,089. It's just people say things that they know nothing about. But but I talk with facts, and if you go to my LinkedIn and you search me up, you're gonna see the executive job history I've always had. So the fact is the fact, not what you wanted to make it like. And like she said on one post, "Oh, he's unemployed, this and that." Well, you've ruined my reputation as an executive with these salacious things, and nobody wants an executive with these kind of accusations out there, even if it have to be proven. And now it's going to take me to go to deposition and get to clear my name. It's still the damage on Reddit. It'll be on there in those threads for years to come. So this is why I'm adamantly about getting the deposition and getting my name clear. And I don't do it in the social media like she does by throwing mudslinging. I just let the legal courts handle it.
And those legal matters are already, that ball is rolling. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're gathering all the evidence, everything that the more she speaks and puts out in the public arena, the more evidence she gives me. So keep on talking.
Given all of the drama that you have dealt with, post filming, just after you were ready to go on with your life, would you do it all over again?
I didn't want to do it in the first place. My friend talked me into do it for the charity. It's a worthy cause. Do it, and I'm like, I wouldn't do it again. I wish I would have never been on the side to meet and met her, because it's just been a horrific adventure trying to help someone for a worthy cause. Even my mom, bless her soul, said, "Oh, help her. She's trying to do something good," to then be attacked for no reason. because I guess I was dispensable at that point. That the tell-all has already been filmed. Whatever her ulterior motives are, I don't know. But you have to wonder. And then again, why there's plenty of opportunities for people to have different causes out there. Why do you have to destroy my cause? And then at the same time, you're destroying my cause on your videos, and you pivot and ask for, oh, help me in my studio and God bless you. And then and use the Southern charm and God, all the time in your grifts and pivots. I mean, it's just not palatable to me anymore.
It's been a wild ride, Ruben. I mean,
Tell me about it.
I know that you probably wish you hadn't done it, like you said. It's been great to meet you, though. And at least up until now, it seems that the 90 Day Fiance fans have absolutely loved you. They loved your colorful personality, the way that you even dealt with Debbie. It went over well. So we're glad to meet you and to have you in the 90 Day family. That's the bulk. That's all of my questions. If you have anything else that you wanted to add to that, like add it. This is your chance.
Well, like I said, I welcome if you publish all the quotes that she did, because as soon as I put the GoFundMe and the proof, she went like the rats and the cockroaches, hiding and removing everything off social media. So then of course she goes on a campaign of hate, saying, "Oh, he's saying this about me." Of course, no one at that point saw any, or very few people saw what she put. So they think, "Oh, it's just him. He's being hateful." No, I'm responding and to defending my name, but never in a hateful way. I've never used anything directly about her. In fact, if you see some of the posts that I did, I use her own words, like everything that shine is not gold, you all, and I've seen the fool's gold. Every quote with the videos and the documentation from Monsters and Critics, from In Touch, from other publications, all have her quotes that she used to defame me and gather sympathy against me. I've never put anything in writing against her directly, because like I said, I will handle it legally, because like I said, I was married to an attorney, a state attorney, for many years, and know that's the best recourse than to stoop to the level that she has.
So you're not interested in just having a social media feud with the reality?
No, I'm not interested in it. I wasn't interested in social media either, beforehand either.
And just to be absolutely clear, like prior to your putting the GoFundMe online, there was no negativity with Debbie. Like the two of you were just cordial and it was all good.
We a lot of people said, wonder about the relationship. Like one of her comments was, "Well, he never told me about my friend." Well, you came here for 3 days of filming, and one day I went to New York for 15 minutes for a tell-all. That's the gravitas of anything. So how would you know my friends? There's nothing real. There was nothing ever real. So how would you know any of my friends? In that aspect. So so she makes it seem like we had something where we never had anything. She asked me to do her a favor, and out of stupidity or feeling sorry for her, because she said the timeline was running out, like it said in those screenshots that have been out there, and my friend trying to talk me into it, do it for her, or do it for the good cause. I did it for the cause that I thought was a worthy cause, that, now, sometimes maybe you should say no, even when it's for what you think is a worthy cause.
Right. Well, thank you for taking the time to talk to me, and for taking the time to defend yourself, to clear up, and explain some of the things that have been said about you, so that, we can get both sides of what's going on out there.
Yes.
I guess that's a wrap.